Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, round number 2 of the Shore Power Super Late Models here at the Volusia Speedway Park, presented by World of Thunder and DirtFan.com. Good evening, race fans. My name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this Sunday evening, the second round of the series in the first week that we welcome in DirtFan.com to the World of Thunder and Ultimate Dirt TV broadcast. While we've got the qualifying session on the racetrack, let's take a look at some of the drivers that we have. Keep an eye on your top 20 on the left-hand side of your screen. Down the bottom left will be the driver that you are currently following. And while these drivers are going round in circles here at the Volusia Speedway Park for qualifying, a quick shout out to the guys here at DirtFan.com. Make sure you give them a like on Facebook. And of course, don't forget to check out their website to keep up to date with all the real life racing that they've got covered. Here as they venture into some sim racing tonight, the first night that we will see these guys here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and of course World of Thunder Sunday nights here for the triple header. So Huey Quillen with a 16.575. Dustin Hall 13th quick. They all look to take out that number 1 spot. David Harleman, in fact Cody Turchi second, David Harleman third. Make that third and fourth as Dylan Hauser jumps to position number 2. We'll see if we can catch him on the racetrack. So we'll take a look at Shane James and Shad Prescott as well. Huey Quillen is 16.575. Garrett, just looking at some of the names here. Garrett Niebergy, 10th quick. Shane James and Shad Prescott, the two drivers that very close to each other, of course, in this lone qualifying session. Shane James, first lap time in the number HRE Motorsports number 3 machine. Quick time with a 16.521. Prescott 35th quick. What is going on with that machine? Second lap for Shad Prescott. Can he improve on 36 quick? He jumps to position 15. However, look at a couple of the names that go to the top of the speed charts. Dylan Wilson, car number 80. Quick time with a 16.443, 4/1000ths of a second quicker than your current and defending Super Late Model champion for not only the World Championship but also for the World of Thunder as well. Blake Majulis with a 16.447. Shane James third, Zach McSwain fourth, and Huey Quillen rounds out your top 5. James Gray circulating on the racetrack along with car number 713 of Gavin Collins, and that is going to wrap up the qualifying session of the night. We are scheduled to have 5 heat races on the program. Quickly before we get into this one, let's take a look at the points here coming up in the middle of the screen right now. Blake Majulis 3 points ahead of Dylan Wilson. Of course, this is your top 10 after last week. Wilson runs second, Zach McSwain third, fourth is Shane James. Hayden Carbo rounds out your top 5. David Harleman, Dylan Hauser, Jordan Casey, Bryson Daffin, and Blake Brown. That is the points standings coming into tonight's second round of the series. Heat number 1 starting to grid up on the racetrack, and let's take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Eleven cars scheduled for heat race number 1. Starting on pole, car number 80, Dylan Wilson. On the outside of that front row in car number 50, it's going to be Chad Boland. Starting position 3, car number 44 of Eric Scalf. Shad Prescott will start position number 4. Position 5, we see the 269 of James Grace line up alongside the Yardbird in car number 03 of Dylan Thomas out of position 6. Blake Murray, car number 79, will start position 7. Kevin McNabb will start position number 8. Then we go back to the 5th row. Greg Sager out of position 9. Eddie Holden out of position 10. With Casey McAllister lining up out of position number 11. A couple of things to make note. Of course, these laps, heat race laps, are 8 laps. in distance, so 4 miles around the Volusia Speedway Park. The top 3 will go to the main event. Everybody else goes through to the B mains. Now, there'll be more than one B main tonight. I think we had 50 cars signed into the pit area for tonight, so we're probably going to have 3 B mains at that. And the top 2 will go into a live redraw. So they'll go into a live redraw, and we'll do that live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, we'll have Steve McMillan with us for that one. Heat number 1, Dylan Wilson and Chad Boland. They bring the field off turn number 4, the pace truck to the infield, the green flag flies, we're underway. Heat number 1 for round number 2 of the Shore Power Super Late Models presented by DirtFan.com and World of Thunder. Eric Scalp looking up on the inside down the back straightaway. Scalp is into second position. At the moment, Chad Boland relegated back to third. Then you go back to Blake Murray, who sits in position 4, and there's a good 3-car battle behind him. Shad Prescott, James Grace, and Dylan Thomas all stuck in a good battle right now as they come down into turn number 3 and 4 for the second time here. Dylan Wilson continues to lead Eric Scalp. Chad Boland holds on to the third and final transfer spot into tonight's main event. He runs the top side. He's got Prescott behind him. Up on the inside is the 79 of Blake Murray. I think Murray started, was a 5th or 7th in this one. He started mid-pack and now he's up to position number 3. So Blake Murray moves into the final transfer spot. Boland goes high. He's going to lose 1-2 positions. As there goes the 03 of Dylan Thomas. He's now looking on the inside, but Prescott, he's now got some work to do here in the final half of this heat race, the opening heat race of the night. On screen right there, Chad Boland, Dylan Thomas, they race side by side, down your back straight away. Thomas throws it in deep into turn number 3. He puts the slider on and they're 3 wide as James Grace now moves up to the inside. Chad Boland right through the middle. And Thomas runs up top through 1 and 2. So this is the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th on screen at the moment. And Chad Boland has been in the thick of things so far here in the opening heat race of the night as Thomas, he gets clear of those 2 drivers. Grace looking to get clear of the 21 of Chad Boland. Back up towards the front of the field. You're seeing the sparks fly there from the 41 of Shad Prescott. He's got a lap to run to get by the 79. I don't think he's going to have enough time. As your leader through turn number 1 and 2 is car number 80, Dylan Wilson. Into turns 3 and 4, the checkered flag at the ready. Heat number 1 complete. Dylan Wilson gets the win. Second will go to Eric Scalp. Third is going to be Blake Murray. Shad Prescott home in 4th. Dylan Thomas, James Grace, and Chad Boland. In fact, Boland, Grace, you go back to Kevin McNutt, Greg Sager, and Eddie Holden to complete heat number 1. Here are the Shore Power Super Late Models presented by DirtFan.com and World of Thunder Racing League. Heat number 2. Coming up now, let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Same concept, Heat 2 will be as Heat number 1. We'll throw 8 laps on the board. Top 2 to the redraw dash. Top 3 to the main event. Everybody else to the 3 B mains. Blake Bajulis, the defending champion here at the World of Thunder Racing League Super Late Models, will start on pole. Alongside him in car number 2 in the Slick Sim Sports entry, that's Dylan Hauser. Starting position 3 in car number 017, that'll be Justin Sink. In the 157, Drew Hopkins will start position number 4. Position 5 will be car number 14 of Jason Miner. Darren Little not there out of position 6. Timothy Bolander will start position 7. Jared Jones, in fact, will now move up to position 6. Jason Murray will start position number 9. And then, of course, Bryce Mays will move up to position number 8. William, yes, if you are listening. Just let me know when you want to do it. Probably do it during the warm-up session. We'll do it whenever you like. You just tell me when you want to do it. Here we go. Green flag. Heat number 2. We are underway here at the Volusia Speedway Park. And Blake Majulis, of course, it got to lead the field to the drop of the green flag. Hauser rides in second. Hopkins in third. Already they are single file through the opening lap here of heat number 2. Keep an eye on the 157 car, Drew Hopkins. We've seen him wheel it from 22nd up to a race win at the dirt track at Charlotte a couple of weeks ago on a Wednesday night. So we know he's got some speed in the pink and white number 157 machine. 4th place right now is Justin Sick. Fifth position is Jason Murray. Then you go back to Jared Jones, Bolander, Mays, and Jason Murray. So Majulis continues to lead. There is your race leader on screen already. Completing lap number 4. We move on to lap number 5, so halfway home. Here in heat race number 2. Again, the top 2 go on to tonight's redraw. Again, we'll have the live redraw happening during the warm-up session. So Majulis and Hauser are those 2 drivers that have locked themselves into the redraw for the time being. I don't think Drew Hopkins is going to have anything. However, Drew Hopkins will hold on to position 3. And again, as long as he can keep the car nice and straight for the next couple of laps, he certainly won't be passed here at the Volusia Speedway Park. 4th place is Justin Sick in the 17S car, getting pressured there by the 14 of Jason Minot. As Minot looking to put some pressure right now as he gets right close to the rear bumper of the 17S. But the white flag is flying here in heat race number 2. Checkered flag is out. Blake Majulis goes to the redraw along with Dylan Hauser. 3rd, Drew Hopkins. He goes to the main event. Justin Sick home in 4th. 5th is going to be Jason Minot. Jared Jones 6th. Timothy Bolander 7th. Bryson Mays in 8th. 9th was Jason Murray. He goes a lap down. Heat number 3. Getting set to take to the racetrack right now. Again, we'll take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 3, that'll be Shane James. On the outside in the Swindell Speed Lab 00 machine, it'll be Kendall Tucker to line up out of position number 2. Gary Peck will start position 3. Benjamin Nading will start position number 4. Position 5 is going to be Kenneth Payne. Brad Dyer will start position 6. Mario Perez out of position 7. Jacob Brillman out of position 8. Cameron Hennigan out of position 9. Chris Titus out of position 10. And Tanner Tomasi will start position number 11. Alright, so just before the next heat race number 4, we're going to have a guest in the booth. We're just going to get his thoughts here on his race. So something different here tonight. But there is heat race number 3, field Kendall Tucker and Shane James on the front row. We need to probably get a good shot of something here in a second. Alright, here we go. Heat number 3 of the Shore Power Super Late Models. We are underway here at the Volusia Speedway Park. And look at Kendall Tucker rolling the top side through turn number 1 and 2. The field rumbles down your back straight away. Into turn number 3 and 4. James, he loves the bottom side of the racetrack. He's got it working. He will lead lap number 1. They continue to run side by side for your race lead. Gary Peck starting to feel pressure from the 21 of Benjamin Nading, but the battle is on for the race lead. Kendall Tucker and Shane James down into 3 and 4. Tucker drives it in just a little bit deeper right there through the center of the racetrack, and he will lead lap number 2. Kendall Tucker takes the line away from James down into turn number 1. James relegated back to second position. Gary Peck still holding on to position 3. Benjamin Nading in 4th. Then we go back to Kenneth Payne battling with Mario Perez. Payne slides up in front of Perez. Perez in the 3 car on the inside. He puts the slider on Payne as Payne will look to turn it back underneath him. Brad Dye in the 056. He's behind them in that 7th position. You go back to Jacob Prilliman, Tomasi Hennigan, and then Chris Titus to round out the field. Tucker continues to lead at the halfway stage of this race. Shane James led the opening lap. However, it's all been Kendall Tucker from lap number 2 onwards. We complete lap number 5, 3 to run here at your Volusia Speedway Park. Tucker out in front with a couple of laps to go right now. Shane James nearly a second away from the 00 Swindell Speed Lab machine. 1.033 is the timing and scoring on the top of the screen right there. Gary Peck rides in that 3rd position again. Remember, the top 3 go through to the main event with the top 2 going to the redraw. How it all plays out in the redraw, well, I guess we'll find out in a couple of heat races' time. The white flag is out, final time. Tucker down the back straight away. Into corners number 3 and out of turn number 4, it will be Kendall Tucker along with Shane James going to the redraw. Gary Peck will go to the main event. Benjamin Nading, Mario Perez, Kenneth Payne will go through to the B mains along with Jacob Prilliman, Chris Titus, Tanner Tomasi, and Cameron Hennigan to round out the top 10. 11th is going to be Brad Dyer, and that is heat number 3 completed. As we move into heat race number 4, as we've been joined by a special guest here as William Duval. You're starting in this heat race. We believe you've got something special planned, something special lined up.
Yeah, but recently made the decision that I wanted to start a family and do things right. As I just recently got the word that my girlfriend was pregnant, so I wanted to do something special this race, and so I had a special car made for me for tonight, and she is watching. I believe she told me she was, so just wanted to. Sorry, man, I'm nervous as hell right here. Wanted to ask Joanna Mann if you would marry me.
All right, well, we're not going to go through the starting grid, but we'll let the drivers know where they're starting. But as you can see on the screen, Joanna, you're in the chat. Please tell me you're in the chat somewhere. Otherwise, this could be a nervous wait for you. There it is, on the front of the car. Now, what account would she be on, under her own account, or would she be on a different account? What account would she be on?
She told me that she was using my team account, and she just set it up yesterday.
The Team Outlaws Motorsports?
So, yes, sir.
Okay, well, she's just put in the chat. Wait, what? So, I believe the question is answered: will you marry him? Alright, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to mute this one. I'll let you. I'll leave you in the chat, and I'll come back to you when she brings us an answer.
10-4.
Alright, Zach McSwain, Cody Turchi, Terry Wolf, Scott Dobbs, Dustin Hall, Jordan Casey. It's a first, ladies and gentlemen. She said yes. Congratulations, buddy.
Hallelujah. Thank you. It's awesome.
All right, we'll come back to William here in a second. We'll chat to him in just a few moments' time. But while we've got the cars on the racetrack, Zach McSwain, Terry Wolf, the top two at the moment. Turchi has fallen back to position number 6. And not a good start for the number 23 machine. Third place right now. Well, we've got Jordan Casey up on the inside there of Scott Dobbs. They make their way into turn number 3 and 4 for the second time. Casey moves into position number 2. Dustin Hall up to position 5. Let's get that right just quickly, just there. So, Zach McSwain, your leader. Terry Wolf in second. Jordan Casey in third. And again, remember, the top 2 go through to the redraw to where they could potentially start on the front row, or they could start in the 5th row in between that. Uh-oh, carrying to the wall. That's Scott Dobbs. Now they go 3 wide. Turchi through the middle. Dustin Hall up on the inside. And then Gavin Collins in 7th position. So Casey starting to close in on Terry Wolf right now through turns 3 and 4. 3 to run. And the battle is going to be on for second and third. It's going to be a battle between a redraw position and a spot that would be, I believe, a 13th starting position. So anything is possible right now. Casey made the mistake there on the back straight away. Your leader, McSwain. He has been dominant here tonight so far in this heat race. He has not been challenged by any one of these drivers since the get-go. Through turn number 3 and 4, checkered flag is out. McSwain gets the win. Wolf will come home second. Jordan Casey third. Scott Dobbs. Then we go back to, looks like it's going to be Cody Turchi, Gavin Collins, Dustin Hall, Jack Clevenger, William Duval, the newly engaged William Duval. And yes, William, she has said absolutely. So congratulations, buddy.
Man, thank you. I was shaking so bad asking.
It's always a nervous wait when you ask the question, especially on YouTube, because they've got a little bit of a longer delay than what Facebook does. So, but congratulations on being engaged.
Oh, thank you so much, man.
Now, obviously, do you live together?
No, we don't. Not at the moment.
So when's the next time you're going to see her?
Tonight, actually. She'll be coming over here right before I head off to work.
Well, she might want to hurry up because she's got a ring to get.
Yes, sir. Yes, she does.
All right, congratulations, bud. We'll let you get back to it and get prepped for the B main.
Alrighty, thanks for everything, Brett.
No worries. There we go, William Doyle. There we go. First time here that we've actually done something like that. So, congratulations to William and Joanna. I hope you have a good night tonight. Obviously, he's got to go to work, but I think he should blow work off just quietly. And now, heat number 5. Let's take a quick look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid on how they line up here without the intro. Huey Quillen alongside David Harleman, John Alatik, and Garrett Niebregi. In row 2, Brandon Francis and Barry Sorensen. In row 3, Jared Mogard, Mitch Stiles. In row number 4, row 5 is going to be Jim Chisholm and Harry Stewart. Pete Kiley disconnected, so that's going to be 10 cars here for heat number 5. And again, the final 3 cars to make it into tonight's main event direct from the heat race competition. 8 laps on the board. Yes, this is real. You're not in a dream. You're not in a scary. You're not in a dream. Let me tell you that. It is real. He's asked you to marry. You've said yes. Congratulations. Huey Quillen leans down the back straightaway. Harleman rides in second. Third right now, Mogart on the inside of Alatik. And here comes, I believe that might be Brandon Francis. I think it is up on the inside of Mogart down into turn number 1 and 2. Alatik falls back to position 5. Francis and Mogard, they bang door panels down into turn number 3. Francis moves into position 3, but look at that FTP number 60, the full throttle performance, iRacing, iFlags, Capering, screen printing, Dirty Grass Souls number 60 of John Alatic through the middle. The Team VLR.com iRacing eye flags of Garrett Niebuhr as well. He's back there in position 6, but he's got 3 cars in front of him. And it could be those 3 cars if he can pass them. He would be able to make the show. Oh no, Francis around. That might have been Alatic who got into the back of him, but how about Garrett Niebuhr? From 6th to 3rd. And straight into the main event if he can hang on. Alatic starting to catch back up to the 3rd place driver of Garrett Niebuhr. 5 down, 3 to run. The final 3 laps of heat racing competition. And how about this driver in car number 4, Huey Quillen? He is absolutely spanking the field right now. 2 to run, 8 turns, 1 mile for the driver of the number 4 machine. Normally a regular competitor here on a Wednesday night on Ultimate Dirt TV when we cover the Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesdays. However, he's got 1 lap to go. Through turns number 1 and 2, down your back straight away for the final time in heat racing competition tonight for the Shore Power Super Late Models, presented by World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com. Huey Quillen, David Harleman. They go to the redraw. Garrett Niebuhr home in 3rd, John Alatic in 4th, Jared Mogart, Barry Sorensen home in positions 5 and 6. 7th is going to be Harry Stewart. Mitch Stiles grabs 8th, Brandon Francis in 9th, and Jim Chisholm will in fact round out your top 10. So now we move into the first B main of the night. And we are so happy for you, Joanna, and of course William as well. But as we move into B main number 1, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. 3 B mains on the program. They will all be 12 laps in distance with their top 3 going through to tonight's main event. Starting on pole, B main number 1, it's going to be Shad Prescott. On the outside of the front row will be Scott Dobbs. Starting position number 3 will be Jason Minot. Alongside him at a position 4 will be the 00 of Jared Mogard. Position 5 will be Kenneth Payne. James Grace will start position number 6. Position 7 will be Dustin Hall. Bryson Mays will start position number 8. Position number 9 will be Mitch Stiles. Position 10 will be Tanner Tomasi. Position number 11, 6th row inside, Eddie Holden. On his outside, out of position 12, going to be Russell Berry. And Kevin Parento will start in the 13th and final position here of tonight's B main. One thing I did forget to do is the random number generator, but we've got all that sorted. Of course, again, don't forget to check out DirtFan.com on Facebook and, of course, on their website, DirtFan.com. Keep up to date with all the action on the Dirt Fan site. You can find your local, find the dirt track races. Keep up to date with any news that they've got from real life racing. As the field moves down into turn number 3 and 4. B main number 1, 12 laps on the board. Here we go. Green flag is out. And we're underway here in the first of 3 B mains. It's Prescott to lead Minot. Scott Dobbs in 3rd. Again, remember the top 3 go through to the main event. Everybody else, pack it up, go home. We'll see you back with the UMP Modifieds, or if you don't want to run those, or the sprint cars, we'll see you back next week. Hopefully Scott Dobbs and Minot side by side down your back straightaway. Track starting to get really slick right now, really starting to widen up. You see Scott Dobbs at 29. I was going to say the black and red machine, but there's 2 black and red machines in that 2nd and 3rd position down your back straightaway. But Minot gets clear of the 29, and here comes the number 2 machine of Kenneth Payne. He looked good in his heat race. He's battling alongside the 00 of Jared Moga, but Dobbs on the inside right now. He's got a transfer spot locked up, but he wants to get that insurance position. Payne and the black and white number 2 on the outside. He looks for position 3 on Scott Dobbs. And Kenneth Payne, he is rallying this top side. He's unable to make the pass for 3rd on the front straightaway. Thankfully, we've still got a little bit over half race distance to go. We've started the 6th lap of the 12 laps in this B main. And Kenneth Payne up to position number 3. He's going to put Scott Dobbs at 29 back in position right now. So Scott Dobbs will now be the first of what would be 10 cars to miss out from this one. And again, your top 3 going through to the main event. Mogart having a good battle with James Grace and Dustin Hall. As Grace and Hall, they go side by side. That is for 6th and 7th. So right now they're a fair way away from transferring. Unless something would happen to either Kenneth Payne and Scott Dobbs, and Dobbs slides up, nearly gets into the left rear there of Payne into turn number 1 and 2. There is Jason Minot in 2nd. And in fact, he's actually running down your race leader of Shad Prescott. So we start lap number 10. Just that means 3 laps left to run. Here in the opening B main number 1 of 3 here tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park. It's tough to be in the B mains. I'll give you the tip, ladies and gentlemen. As one car going to get put a lap down. That is Kevin Parento in the 29. He holds his line on the bottom side as the white flag flies. Final time, 3 out of these 13 drivers are going through. Shad Prescott down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Out of turn 4. Checkered flag is out. Shad Prescott goes to the main event along with Jason Minot. And Kenneth Payne will hold on to position number 3. Beating across the line, Scott Dobbs home in 4th. James Grace 5th. Tanner Tomasi, Mitch Stiles, Jared Mogard, Russell Berry and Dustin Hall to round out the top 10. Kevin Parento, Eddie Holden and Bryson Mays. So positions 4 on back are being sent packing. They will get to park their cars back in the infield, and that will be their Shore Power Super Late Model round number 2 complete here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Presented by World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com. B-Main number 2. So the action does not stop just yet, as we will get to take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for B-Main number 2. B-Main number 2 lineup looks like this. Justin Sick will start position number 1. On the outside of the front row at a position number 2, John Alatic. Starting position number 3 will be Mario Perez. Starting position number 4, it's going to be Chad Boland. Starting position number 5, Gavin Collins. At a position number 6, Timothy Bolander. Harry Stewart will start position number 7. Chris Titus will start position number 8. Greg Sager will start position number 9. The newly engaged William Duvall will start position number 10. 11th and 12th are not here, and Brad Dyer will make up the 11th. That will be 11th position, not 13, as considering that row number 6 didn't grid, they're done. All right, B main number 2, same principle as B main number 1. Top 3 go on to tag the back of the A main cars that have already locked in from the heat races, and of course B main number 1. So essentially these 3 cars are going to start positions 17, 20 and 23. So there's still a lot up for grabs, of course. Row 9 compared to row 12. That's a lot of cars. Green flag is out. Justin Sick will lead us down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Alatic up on the outside in the number 60 machine, but the 3D Racing 17S of Justin Sick in front, but not for long because, well, in comes Mario Perez to the race lead. Gavin Collins has moved into position 3. Sick is in second. Then you go back to Chad Boland, the 21 on the outside. Boland gets a good run down your back straightaway. Sick has been pressured from the inside and outside. 3 wide through turn number 3 and 4. It is on, ladies and gentlemen. Down the back straightaway here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Perez leads Boland and Gavin Collins, your top 3. Justin Sick, that 3D Racing entry. Back to position 4. John Alatic really off the gas on the front straightaway. He had to get off the gas, otherwise he would have just driven right through. The number 17S is now Alatic. Looks to make a run by the 17S of Sick through turn number 3 and 4. Alatic now moves into that 4th position, I should say. And the next car on his list, the 713 of Gavin Collins. Top 4 all run the same line through turn number 3 and 4. 5 down, 7 to run. B-Main number 2 here at your Shore Power Super Late Models. Presented by World of Thunder and DirtFan.com. Right now, we keep an eye on screen for the battle that is about to be happening here in the last 5 laps of this B-Main number 2. Gavin Collins, the 713. He holds the final key to that 23rd starting position in tonight's main event. The driver behind him, the number 60, the Full Throttle Performance. Dirty Grass Souls, Caper and Screen Printing, iRacing, iFlag, number 60 of John Alatic. He needs to pick up that position. Otherwise, you know where John Alatic is going? Well, he's going back to pit road to park that car for the rest of the night, and we will not see him until next week in the Super Late Model. 3 to run this time by. On screen right now, your race leader, car number 3 of Mario Perez, Chad Boland, the D1RT entry. Had an absolute Barry Crocker of a heat race. He went backwards. However, he has come forward in this B-Main and is now about to challenge for the race lead. At this point, do you try and do anything silly? You think, no. You probably just know that you've got a transfer spot on lockdown. Just ride in behind that number 3 machine and just get to the start-finish line next time by. 1 to go for your leader, Perez. Boland in second. Collins in third. Here goes Boland. Down to the inside, not about doing anything silly. He goes for the slide job into turn number 1 and 2. Drag racing down your back straight away. Perez on the inside. Boland on the top side. They come up for turn number 4. Photo finish to the line. Oh, that was close. How close was that? Well, let's take a look. 0.7 one-thousandths of a second. Chad Boland holds on for the win over Mario Perez. Gavin Collins will come home in third. He will start position 23 in tonight's main event. And everybody else, they are set packing. But how about that photo finish at the line? 7 one-thousandths of a second. So far, some fantastic racing here at the Volusia Speedway Park for the second round of the Shore Power Super Late Models. Presented by World of Thunder and, of course, DirtFan.com. B-Main number 3, the final 3 cars to start positions 18, 21 and 24 in tonight's main event. Let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Alright, starting on pole, car number 21, Benjamin Nading. On the outside of the front row, the Yardbird in the 03 will be Dylan Thomas out of position number 2. Cody Turchi will start position number 3. Jared Jones will start position 4. Position 5 going to be Barry Sorensen. Jacob Prilliman out of position number 6. Cameron Hennigan will now move up 2 rows to start position 7. Jack Clavenger out of position 8. Position 9 is now going to be Robert Tucker. Position 10 will be Brandon Francis. And that will indeed be tonight's grid for tonight's B main. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. McNatt, Murray, McAllister, and Kylie. They did not grid here in your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Oops, don't know why I played that one again. Yeah, you never get too much of the Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Possibly, Joanna. Of course, don't forget, guys, if you are watching on YouTube, we can see there is a number of people watching. Hit that subscribe button, doesn't cost a thing. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and of course, if you're watching on Facebook, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. We reached, prior to tonight, 5,200 followers. Coming into tonight, Dylan Thomas got an absolute shocker of a start. And Turchi, along with the 45 of Barry Sorensen, they moved up into second and third. Thomas now in a sandwich between Sorensen and Jones, I believe that is. And the number 60 machine is your leader. Benjamin Nading. Here goes Thomas. Slide job on the 45 of Barry Sorensen through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straight away here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Sorensen going to put the slider on Thomas. Thomas crosses underneath him. They come past the racing.com flag stand here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Thomas had to get off the gas and really jam those brakes on, as the yellow flag is going to fly for the first time this evening, as there is that flagman going absolutely bonkers. So plenty of action still to come here on Ultimate Dirt TV for tonight. In 1 hour's time, the server opens up for the World of Thunder and DirtFan.com UMP Modified Series. We go to the Fairbury American Legion Speedway, Fairbury Speedway, for round number 2. And of course, we stay there for the 410 winged sprint cars. And in fact, we have a special guest coming on who will be basically another commentator here for tonight for the UMP Modified Series. And of course, the 410 winged sprint cars. The man from Checkers and Wreckers, Tommy Checker, is going to join us in the Ultimate Dirt TV booth. Alright, so there's one driver missing from that one, but it is what it is. So Steve, if you're listening, there's one driver missing from the redraw position in TeamSpeak, but I'll let you figure out who that was, or who it is, I should say, as the lights out on the pace truck. Green flag set to fly once again. 6 down, 6 to go. B-main number 3. Oh no, Turchi in the 23 and Barry Sorensen in the 45 car. They go from row 2. They go to positions number 8 and 9 as the yellow flag flies. As Robert Tucker in The $1 Million Motorsports World of Thunder and Ultimate Dirt TV number 17 car. Just noticing that one. And got Icor on the side of that car as well. So a couple of quick cautions. In B main number 3. And you feel sorry for Cody Turchi and the 45 of Barry Sorensen, who they were restarting on that second row. However, things quickly took a turn for the worse for those two drivers. So now your top 3. Well, of course, Benjamin Aiden, Dylan Thomas still in positions number 1 and 2 after that restart. That puts Cameron Hennigan in the 111 up to position number 3. Nathan Cole, thank you very much for that follow. Appreciate it. Guys, don't forget to go to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit the subscribe button. Again, it doesn't cost anything, but we are aiming for 1,000 subscribers. And we just need your help in getting there. We are, I think we're about a couple of hundred away, so still got a lot of work to do, but we are trying to reach that milestone by the end of the year. Wesley, thank you very much for that. In fact, sorry, that'll be Jeremy up first. Thank you very much for that follow. Wesley about to come through. Thank you very much for that follow as well. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for the support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Plenty of sim racing action to come. Hello, Lane. A green-white checker. A normal green-white checker, not an extended version. Top 3. Going through. Nading. Got a good start from Thomas. Hennigan. And look at the 16 of Jared Jones. They're 3 wide behind him right now. And they are all going to fight for this final transfer position. Hennigan comes down the racetrack. He takes the line away from a couple of his drivers. Turchi trying to come through. Jared Jones, he moves into position 3. Now they're beating and banging down the front straight away. The top 3 have cleared away from the rest of the field. The final lap in tonight's preliminary action. B main number 3 complete. The win goes to Benjamin Nading. Dylan Thomas home in second. Jared Jones comes home in position number 3. Tucker Hennigan, Prillaman, Turchi, Sorensen, and Brandon Francis will come home in position number 9. And it is that time for tonight's redraw. As Steve, are you ready? What do we got? 10 tonight, don't we?
We do have 10.
Alright, let's go, let's go. We are ready. Oof.
Alright. Heat race number 1 winner, car number 80 D1RT is Dylan Wilson.
Position number 5.
Second heat race winner, car number 121, Blake Majulis with Swindell Speed Labs.
Position number 9.
Alright, heat race number 3, Swindell Speed Labs, number 00, Kendall Tucker.
Position 4.
Heat race number 4, car number 25.
Position 3.
Zach Swain, alright. Heat race number 5, car number 4, Huey Quillen.
Position number 2.
Second place, heat race number 1, car number 26, MDN Motorsports, Eric Scout.
Position 10.
Heat race number 2, second place is Slick Motorsports, car number 2 is Dylan Hauser.
Pole position.
Heat race number 3, second place, car number 3, HRE Motorsports, Shane James.
Position 7.
Car number 34, Terry Wolf, in heat race number 2, second place.
Position 8.
And car number 49, David Halliman.
Position 6.
Alright, thank you.
Alright, there we go. 7A Dylan Hauser will start on pole in the Slick Sim Sports number 2 machine. Again, that was the redraw for tonight's first 2 finishes of the first 5 heats. And again, We'll do an extra 5 laps at the start of this one. We'll take a... You know what, we're not going to take a break. We're going to continue on. Of course, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. First and foremost, of course, a big thanks to dirtfan.com for their support here with World of Thunder Racing League and, of course, Ultimate Dirt TV. You can check them out on the World Wide Web. Go to www.dirtfan.com. Keep up to date with all the real-life racing that they've got covered. If you need to find an event, well, I'm sure they've got it covered. Don't forget to hit them up on Facebook as well. Give them a like and a follow while you're there. And of course, you can keep up to date with our schedule here at Ultimate Dirt TV at ultimatedirttv.com. Click on the Schedules tab and also click on our Sponsors tab and those wonderful people that help us behind the scenes. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, National Oval Racing Association, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. It is warm-up time completed. It is now time for tonight's 40-lap main event around the Volusia Speedway Park. We'll take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And a reminder, the top 10 drivers, they will be shuffled around courtesy of the redraw, and positions 11 through to 24 will be correct. Let's take a look at that Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid right now. Alright, so those drivers in the redraw: Dylan Wilson, Blake Majulis, Kendall Tucker, Zach McSwain, Huey Quillen, Eric Scalf, Dylan Hauser, Shane James, Terry Wolf, and David Harleman. Position number 11 through to 24th are correct. Blake Murray will start position 11 on his outside. Drew Hopkins to line up at a position number 12. Position number 13 will be Gary Peck, and Jordan Casey will start position number 14. Garrett Niebuhr will start position 15. Shad Prescott starts position 16. Position 17 is going to be Chad Boland. Benjamin Nading at a position number 18. Jason Minat at a position 19. Mario Perez at a position number 20. Position number 21 is Dylan Thomas. Kenneth Payne at a position number 22. Gavin Collins at a position 23 with Jared Jones starting position number 24. So that is your 24 starters. The iRacing.com pace truck will move to the infield. The iRacing green flag is thrown this time by, however, we are not going green. It is going to be a 40-lap main event. You will see 45 on the board, right where it says pacing under the World of Thunder logo on the top left. Those first 5 laps are to get the drivers into the redraw, or from the redraw into their correct starting positions. And of course, once they're in those correct starting positions, they will pace around for a lap. Steve McMillan from Race Control will give them the signal to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports. A 4-wide salute here at the Volusia Speedway Park. 24 starters here tonight, and as you can see, the field, well, the first 5 rows just going every which way possible. It is going to be Dylan Hauser alongside Huey Quillen, Zach McSwain. Let's go to that angle. It'll be Zach McSwain and Kendall Tucker. Then you got Dylan Wilson, David Harleman, Shane James, Terry Wolf, Blake Majulis, and Eric Scalf. So the lineup looks correct from that. And now it is time for Race Control to give the guys from row number 7 to split inside and outside of this field. And they will getting the signal right now to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports. Ladies and gentlemen, as they make their way into turn number 3 and turn number 4. Your World of Thunder Racing League Shore Power Super Late Models presented by World of Thunder and DirtFan.com. The drivers are 4 wide, and that is the best looking 4 wide we have seen in a long time. As Steve would say, guys, you've just been thunderstruck. As the field breaks away from the 4 wide salute here at the Volusia Speedway Park, we get the green flag when it shows lap 5 of 45. So, as they've just completed technically lap number 3, we're still going to go around 2 more times before we unleash the beast. 24 of the best. We've got the world's best in the house tonight, as always, here on a Sunday night for the World of Thunder. Last week, we bring up the points once again just quickly. This is the points and how they finished last week. Blake Majulis, he starts position 9. Dylan Wilson finished 2nd last week. He starts position 5. Zach McSwain, 3rd last week. He starts 3rd. Shane James. Where does Shane James start? James starts out of position 7. And then, of course, I've got Hayden Cardwell not here tonight. David Heileman, he starts position 6. He got 6 last week. Hauser, who got 7th last week, starts on the pole. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the night. Let's get naughty for 40 here at the Volusia Speedway Park in your Shore Power Super Late Model. Your main event is underway here at Volusia, round number 2. Into turns number 1 and 2, Hauser, McSwain and Dylan Wilson. So the drivers that started 1, 3 and 5 straight into your top 3. James on the inside of Tucker. 3 wide with Huey Quillen. Quillen going backwards at the moment. He's got a lot of good drivers in and around that number 4 machine right now as we keep an eye on your battle for 2nd and 3rd and also 4th and 5th. But the action staying up front for the time being. A lot of the drivers working down low through turn number 3 and 4. Hauser goes through the middle, slides up to the cushion. James all the way around the bottom side through turn number 1 and 2. Wilson in that 3rd spot at the moment. 3 laps in, 37 to run. Wilson starting to put pressure on the number 25 machine, but he's been pressured by the 3 of Shane James. And look at Kendall Tucker working to the outside, down the back straight away into 3 and 4. He comes back down low. Dylan Hauser continues to lead right now in the Slick Sim Sports Down Under Graphics number 2 machine. Zach McSwain, the full throttle performance. Dirty Grass Souls are racing Iron Flags. FTP yellow, yellow, yellow. As we have got Shad Prescott slowing here in turns on the front straightaway, in fact, that it was. Oh, and this might have been because of the 4 machine, or part of the reason. In fact, you should be able to see it right on the start-finish camera. Coming on the exit of turn 4, keep an eye on the black and green machine, not the one that just goes past. There is that accident there. So Prescott got into the back of Quillen. Quillen went around, as did Prescott. 7:13, Gavin Collins involved. Mario Perez involved in that one as well. And there is the yellow for the first time in tonight's main event. So a couple of cars just going back down pit road just to get some running repairs on their super late models, get some sheet metal bent out of their cars. They'll make their way back onto the circuit. So leader has lane chose on to start, whether to start on the inside or the outside. Your leader, Dylan Hauser, has chosen to start on the inside. Now, as soon as the pace truck pulls off, he may go any time he wishes. He has control of the field. Jeff, your name is Jeff. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Welcome into Ultimate Dirt TV. 32 to go. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. Dylan Hauser on that fun pedal 3 wide. Shane James climbing the fence. Spectacular from the number 3 machine. And we are going yellow. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. You talk about wanting to get some hang time and some air time. Well, let's take a look at this one, because that was spectacular going through turn number one, I should say. Keep an eye on the bush light, the black and white number 3 machine. Oh, he just got a little sideways into the fence. Surely he's got to get some bonus points for that one. Holy moly. What better way to go on board with your Black Diamond Motorsports onboard cameras? That was a scary moment. Literally climbs the catch fence, comes back down on all fours. It's not often you get to see that kind of stuff, but when you do, boy oh boy. You gotta wonder if that fence actually carried all the way through, how far could he have ridden that wall? No, it just looked like he got into the slick. The car got out from underneath him, I guess. So we are going to go single file restart. Of course, caution coming on off the back of a caution. So Steve has made it very clear that we will go single file as the pace truck back to the infield. And there is Dylan Hauser, who will get the field back underway in tonight's main event. 28 to run into turns 1 and 2. Hauser, McSwain, Dylan Wilson, Kendall Tucker. That's your top 4. Your top 5 is David Harleman. You go back to Jordan Casey, Blake Majulis. They run side by side. Wilson comes up into turn number 1 and 2 on the top side to take the line away from Kendall Tucker. Tucker, he's got a choice to make. They all go to the bottom in 3 and 4. Let's find out. Yes, they do. Top 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4. Some drivers been able to run right through the slick right now. The likes of Zach McSwain and Dylan Wilson. McSwain to the low side into turn number 1 and 2. In fact, just runs the slider line. So if they're going to have to get by the number 25 machine, it's going to have to be on the top side at both ends of the racetrack. Wilson all over the back. We look at Harleman down to the inside through turn number 1 and 2. The Napa Auto Barnes. I don't know whether we should call him the KKR or the Slick Sim Sports driver. Look at Kendall Tuck on the left front, really picking up, not on the ground through 3 and 4. It's going to stay on the ground now. On the exit there, he just picks up once again. And watch that 00, watch that left front. There it is, look at the front left, just literally pick up. Dylan Wilson looking to move into second position, puts the slide job on Zach McSwain. Dylan Wilson now moves into position number 2. 7/10 of a second behind your race leader, Dylan Hauser, in that number 2 machine. 22 laps left to run. So a couple of laps and we are going to be halfway home. When it gets to lap number 26 or 45, that is when we are going to complete the half race distance. McSwain still holding on to position 3. 4th is still Kendall Tucker. Tucker not going away from the top side. Jordan Casey, yellow, yellow, yellow. On the racetrack, Huey Quillen along with Kenneth Payne in car number 2. Both slowing there on the back straight away. Huey Quillen coming back to pit road, and I dare say that will be his night done for. So with the yellow flag coming back out here, third time in tonight's main event. Of course, want to give a big congratulations to William and Joanna once again, newly engaged, and for the first time ever here on Ultimate Dirt, and I'm pretty sure for the first time in sim racing history that we've had a couple get engaged, and we are so glad that it happened right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, it was a nervous wait for that answer to come through, but you got the answer that we all wanted. Lights will turn off on the racing.com pace truck. And again, we are completed 22. Make that 23. 17 to run. Single file restarts coming out for what should be the rest of the night if we are to see any more yellows. Of course, I want to give a shout out to all the people watching from dirtfan.com. We hope you're enjoying the sim racing action here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Pace truck in, Dylan Hauser, Dylan Wilson, Zach McSwain, your top 3. Green flag is out. 17 to go for Hauser. Wilson got a good start along with McSwain. McSwain went to the bottom into turn number 1 and 2, and that allows Tucker to look to potentially get the run on the top side through 1 and 2, but unable to do so right now as Dylan Wilson right through the middle along with Zach McSwain. McSwain back to the bottom into turn number 1 and 2. Look at Jordan Casey, the 42 machine, the black and green entry, starting to challenge David Harleman for that 5th spot on the racetrack. However, your top 3 nose to tail down your front straight away, and they split off into a couple of different lines through turn number 1 and 2. Dylan Wilson looks for the race lead. Dylan Hauser's got the run down the back straight away into turn number 3. Hauser maintains the top spot through the middle of turns 3 and 4. 14 to go that time by here in your Shore Power Super Late Model main event presented by World of Thunder. The yellow flag is out. And of course, presented by dirtfan.com. So a couple of cars, Huey Quillen and Gavin Collins. Gavin Collins caught up in that one, as well as Huey Quillen. So again, a reminder, in 35 minutes time, the server opens up for the World of Thunder Racing League and dirtfan.com UMP Modified Series. We are going to be joined by Tommy Checker from Checkers and Wreckers. No worry, William. Anytime. Glad we could be a part of a first here on the sim side of things. And I've been doing this for 9 years, and I don't think I've ever had anything like that. Lights will go out this time by 10 to run when we get the green flag. Hauser, who got the luck of the redraw tonight after finishing second in heat number 2 in what normally would have been a 7th starting position. With the luck of the redraw, he started on pole. Wilson, who picked up the win in fact, picked up a second place last week. He finds himself second again. Blake Majulis. We haven't really seen too much of Blake tonight in this main event. Of course, we've been stuck up front throughout the entire course of tonight's feature event. Majulis is up to 7, so he's only picked up a couple of positions. But again, there's a lot of good cars right now as the green flag flies. McSwain had a bit of a bobble there on that restart. That checked up, 4th on back. Meanwhile, it's the Dylans out in front running 1 and 2. Dylan Houser's got the best of Dylan Wilson through 3 and 4. Tucker Heileman. And there is the 127 of Blake Majulis. They work the top through turn number 3 and 4. They'll do the same into turn number 1 and 2. So a couple of guys that know how to get around a racetrack in a super late model. As Tucker got a little tight, he gets into the wall. Meanwhile, battle is on for the race lead. Wilson on the inside of Hauser. And Wilson is going to lead that lap. Hauser looks to get back underneath him now on the exit of turn 2. Inside, side by side for the race lead. Into corners number 3 and 4. And now Zach McSwain back into the picture. 3 cars for your top spot. Here goes Wilson. Slide job, no. He backed out of it, realised he wasn't going to get clear of the number 2. So he opted to back off and stay up on the inside into turn number 3 and 4. 6 laps left to run. And what a battle this is for the top spot. Oh, Casey Kendall Tucker around. Oh, no, Tucker hard into the wall. Niebuhr upside down. We've got also Blake Murray upside down. And the yellow is out. That was a hard hit for Kendall Tucker. Oh, you hate to see it. And again, let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. It was all happening. So Tucker and Casey made contact. Heileman gets into the back of Tucker. And ouch, the 34 of Terry Wolf. Sort of an innocent bystander in that one. Nowhere to go, and he just, well, he caught the side of Kendall Tucker. And you want to take a look at this one? That's a bad guy. I forgot to change the camera angle. Here it is on board with the driver of the 00 machine. He got a little loose there on the exit of the turn. Ouch. Head first into the catch fence, and I guess the catch fence doing what it was supposed to do. Almost into that pole as well. That was, oh, that's nasty. And also you see Murray and Niebuhr go upside down as well. That happened just behind those drivers. So it is all happening here at the Volusia Speedway Park. And ladies and gentlemen, in what is going to be a green-white checker. The lights are out on the iRacing.com pace truck. Mark Young, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Dylan Wilson, Dylan Hauser, Zach McSwain, your top 3. Blake Majulis up to 4th. David Heileman in 5th. A mile to run. Wilson on the gas. Here we go. Green flag is flying. 2 to go. Here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Through 1 and 2. Your top 4 go to the bottom side. Down the back straight away for the penultimate time. Into corners number 3 and 4. Will the white flag fly? Yes, it will. We will race it out to the start-finish line. Through turn number 1 and 2, down your back straight away for the final time of the Shore Power Super Late Models, round number 2, presented by World of Thunder, and also DirtFan.com. Checkered flag is out, and Dylan Wilson comes away victorious here tonight. Second is going to be Dylan Hauser. Zach McSwain will come home in 3rd position. 4th across the line in the 127, Blake Majulis. He beats home David Heileman in position number 5. Chad Boland 6th, Dylan Thomas 7th, Terry Wolf 8th, Eric Scalf 9th, and Jason Minat rounds out your top 10. Jared Jones in 11th, Jordan Casey 12th. Mario Perez will be 13th. 14th will be Gavin Collins. 15th, Benjamin Nady, Huey Quillen, Blake Murray, Garrett Niebuhr, Kendall Tucker, Drew Hopkins. Round out your top 20. Kenneth Payne, Shad Prescott, Gary Peck, and Shane James to come home in positions number 24. While we await our top 3 to get in fact, they all should be here. There is Hauser, McSwain, and where is Wilson? Let's grab Wilson and we'll chat to your top 3. Looks like we're going to do things a little differently here. We're going to chat to our third and then second place driver. Yes, that. So we'll bring those 2 drivers in and we'll get their thoughts on the race. But that will conclude this one. But we'll chat to the driver that comes home in second place tonight, driving the Slick Sim Sports number 2 machine of Dylan Hauser. Dylan, congratulations on a second place run here tonight. You led for the most part of that one, but a late couple of cautions and Dylan Wilson was able to get by you. But man, that was a hell of a run by you there at the front tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was a good race. The track was it was good. It got locked down around the bottom, and then it moved back up to the top of 1 and 2, and then my lane went away up in 1 and 2, and Dylan was rolling really good down there at the bottom, and I see he was making ground down there, but I didn't know if he'd have enough to clear me. And then one time he pulled up next to me, and I knew I better get down before I lose the race. And we made a little bit of contact going off into 3, and it was just hard racing. And then I gave it back to him, so we're even. He ran a good race. The guys behind him did too, and we need to find a little bit more to set up to have some grip up off. But I haven't been testing a whole lot here lately, so try to get that figured out. Get back on the swing of things. I haven't raced much here as of recently, so ready to get back into it.
Well, it was all about having some luck tonight in that redraw position. Obviously, in what would normally have been probably a 7th starting position for you tonight, of course, with the redraw with the top 2, you're able to start on pole. This track was pretty wide tonight, very slick as well in most parts of the track. It was certainly looked tough to get around, but how did you feel out there on the racetrack? Where were you most comfortable?
I was most comfortable top 1 and 2, middle 3 and 4, and that set used to be really good around the bottom, but obviously everybody stepped their game up since the Pro Series had gotten better, so that's what I need to do. And I probably wasn't a second place car or a winning car, but I was able to keep it up front, and I'm always better when the more it slicks up and the more the track gets harder to drive and stuff. But tonight I just didn't have that extra stuff that they had, but not taking anything away from those drivers. They did a good job.
All right, well, congratulations on your second place run here tonight. We'll let you get out of here, and before we do, we'll let you thank some people and some sponsors on that number 2 machine as well.
Yeah, Slick Sim Sport. Without those guys, wouldn't be possible. Lewis for spotting, David, my teammate, everybody at Slick Sim Sport. We're having a good time, and thanks for you and Brett for putting the race on, and all the series sponsors.
All right, there we go. Dylan Hauser, they're home in second spot. We'll chat to the driver that comes home in third before we chat to your winner. But driving that FTP Full Throttle Performance number 25 machine, he comes home in third place tonight. It's Zach McSwain. Zach, congratulations on the third place run here tonight. You were second at the start of that race, and well, you sat in third behind those behind the 2 Dylans there. But you had a good car tonight.
Oh yeah, I'll take it. Running top 3 with this competition's always good. I found that bottom area and off of turn 2 was a little bit better than like the slaughter liner all the way around the top, and I got up to Dylan there. Then he moved down, and that's when he passed Hauser for the lead. So, but they got the door on each other there a little bit, and I was able to pull up there to him. But then the caution came out, so messed me up a little bit. But I'll take a top 3 any day.
Yeah, a lot of good cars, including yourself here tonight. It was certainly action-packed throughout throughout this 40-lap main event, all bar those 3 or 4 cautions that we had going into tonight, into the main event with these cars around you. What were you expecting from yourself? Where were you going to be happy to end up here tonight?
Well, I was starting third there, so I was just hoping I could get a top 3. I'd be happy with that.
Well, you did just that. You come home in third place here tonight in the second round of the Shore Power Super Late Models presented by World of Thunder and DirtFan.com. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate a quiet third place run here tonight. But before we do, we'll throw the mic back to you one final time. Sponsors, shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Team FTP, iRacing, iFlag, Dirty Grass Soul, Capron Screen Printing, TAC 3 Defense, Supermoon Graphics, Monsters of Dirt. Thank y'all for the broadcast, and thank World of Thunder for putting on the race.
All right, Zach McSwain at home in third place here tonight. We'll chat to the driver that came away victorious here in this one. And well, it's about time that he gets back to victory lane, and he does it tonight here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Dylan Wilson. Dylan, congratulations on the win here tonight. Boy, that was a tough race. You started 5th, I think it was, and quickly made your way into 3rd there on the opening lap, and then it was all about trying to pick and choose your timing to get by both Zach McSwain and also Dylan Hauser.
Yeah, that was one of those tracks where we were set up for the bottom, and at first it was up top. And we were just trying to make some laps and then kind of go for it at the end. And we were able to get a lucky start there by starting on the bottom because I got on the outside, front row didn't go. So got into 3rd and just kind of rode there and tried to pick it off. And then it seemed like the bottom came in at the end. I didn't mean to get into Hauser. There was only one line it seemed like to run in 3 and 4, and we were kind of fighting for the same spot there. And I don't ever want to run into anybody, and I don't think it's any secret that Hauser and myself really aren't the best of friends. So, I apologize to him. He knocked me back out of the way in 1 and 2, and then drove me all the way up the track and down the back straight away. So I felt like we were even after that, and we were able to go back after him and have a clean race till the end.
Track that it's very different to what we've seen here at Volusia sometimes. Track that you guys in the super late models seem to run through the slick a lot more than, say, what a sprint car would. What does that come back down to? Obviously, throttle control is a big part, but why do you think these late models are better getting through the slick than what they are on the tacky sometimes?
Just all the bite you can run. I mean, you can tighten the chassis on these things so much that you really don't have to fight a loose car or anything, I mean, you just tighten them and tighten them and tighten them, and you can even be so tight where you can't turn in the slick, which is really weird, but it is what it is, and it's what iRacing's given us.
All right, well, congratulations on the win here tonight. I think you got, from memory, I think you got a 2nd place last week. If I bring it up, you got 2nd place behind Jules. So that would mean you would be the new points leader coming into next week. So after 2 weeks so far, you got a 2nd and now a win. It's going to be pleasing that knowing that you got some good car speed as usual. And are we going to see you potentially contend for a championship here this season?
I doubt it, honestly. It's the way my work schedule is and everything else. It's hard for me to get consecutive days off. So we'll make the ones we can and do what we can. And I just appreciate Steven for putting all this deal on. It's a long night of racing for him, I know, and for you guys broadcasting. So I appreciate everything you guys do over here. It's definitely not easy.
All right, well, congratulations on parking the number 80 machine on the front straightaway here in Victory Lane tonight. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate a win in round number 2 of the Shore Power Super Late Models presented by World of Thunder and DirtFan.com. Sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
D1RT Racing. That's about all my sponsors I got. And then thank you to UDTV for broadcasting and Stephen McMillan for putting this deal on.
All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner here tonight from the Volusia Speedway Park, Dylan Wilson, gets the job done. That'll do it for us here for the first race of 3. Up next, in 20 minutes' time, the server goes up for the UMP Modified Series presented by World of Thunder and DirtFan.com. And 30 minutes' time, we'll have a new link up for our Facebook and YouTube feed. So make sure you're following us on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube as well. And again, a big thanks to our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thanks to Wicked Cushioned, 19 Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, National Oval Racing Association, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing, iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, and everybody that makes all this possible, this is Brett Wheeler. We're not saying good night. We'll see you shortly in about 30 minutes' time.